Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back on the MGA and the plan is to fit the windscreen and to sort out the headliner. Well, if you're a regular viewer to the channel, you'll know that I've got the glass for the back and the front, but this rubber that holds in the three rear glass sections, there's like a worldwide shortage. There isn't one. If you are a person that has one on a shelf somewhere, please do comment and contact me and let me know, because I just haven't been able to get one. But I do have the rubber for the front, and I really do want to get this thing on the road and just driving around for a bit. So I really want to get that in. Thing is, in order to, before you put the front windscreen on and obviously the rubber that holds it in, you need to put the headliner in because it tucks in underneath this ridge. So that's the plan. So I've ordered one from my favourite shop, Brown and Gammon, and I've got that inside nice and clean. This is the old one. Didn't even consider trying to recover it because it's a real mess. But there are 3 bars that, if I flip it over, you'll see 3 bars that help to hold the tension. So I'm going to cut these ones out and get these sorted out, cleaned up, and I'll reuse those. Right, so I spent some time cleaning up the hoops that were in the old headliner and giving those a nice paint. They've come up okay, quite pleased. They are different lengths, or at least that one at this one is longer than the other 2. I think the angles are slightly different. I'm just going to go in now and just test fit those in, make sure they're okay. So they've gone in okay. I realised that I'd broken all the heads on these screws originally when I took this out, and then I'd gone on 2-part epoxy primed and whatever, everything on there, and I couldn't even see where the holes were, but I managed to find them in the end, and that's now I know where they fit and the order they go in, so that's done. Now what I'm doing is just trying to work through all this old carpet and panels and stuff that I've had in a bag or 2 bags in the loft for quite a number of years, to work out how now I'm going to fit the headliner down into this area. It's a little bit of guesswork and a bit of a jigsaw, because I found these bits that came off years ago. Obviously it's peppered with rust, so I'm going to have to refabricate this somehow, but this kind of fits. I don't know if you can see that in kind of there. I think that was somehow fitting there, and then I've got this piece here which will sit over the top, I assume, if I do this there, and then I've got this piece which I figured, yeah, worked out. This is actually the other side. I've only got one of these, but that kind of looks like it's supposed to fit there like that, so I'll have to make another one of those, obviously. I'll recover these, and so the headliner then will fit in underneath behind all this lot. So this as well, I can't move it because it'll jog the camera, but I found this piece as well, and there should be a bar that another piece that runs around here which I cannot find. It's around, it may be around somewhere, or maybe I just didn't have one, I don't know. But I need to fabricate one to go in the front, and I think then I've got it covered. So as long as the headliner comes down, and I should mark it actually, below here, and I'll pull that down and in and around, I've got that covered. So the next thing to do is to refabricate a couple of these. So this involves a little bit of guesswork. I've got 2 of these, and some a bit more along there than I have on this one, a bit more along there than this one. I've come up with a template that looks like that. So now I'm going to trace that onto a piece of steel and cut it out, or 2 of them. See if I can make 2 good ones. Holes drilled, just got to put the bends in. Nice. Well, they're done and painted, they come out okay. Now, before I put the headliner in, I'm just going to put a little bit of sound deadening in, just to take the canning sound out of the from the, you know, sort of the roof. So I'm not worried about completely sound deadening the whole thing. I'll just put a little bit in there just to just to say, take that sound deadening out. I used it in the Land Rover. It seems to be pretty good stuff. So just take me a few seconds to cut a sheet out of that and just stick it in. Okay, sound deadening's in, and I've fitted the hoops into the slots in the headliner itself. So they're in. I want to ruche them up a little bit to get them in so I can see both ends. And I've marked the centre on a bit of tape, the centres on the headliner and in the car, so it helped me to align it once it's in. Now the thing to do, I'm going to do now, is once it's in and I'm trying to stretch it up, that I won't be able to pull this. Obviously these bits will be fixed onto the car, but I need to pull this direction, both ends. So I'm just going to cut little relief slots in here, so that I can pull those taut once it's in, but not too much, maybe 1 inch on all of those, and then I may have to cut a little bit more once it's in there, and then I'm kind of ready to glue up. So just a little relief on, I think, both sides of these. I say not too far. Oh, I'll have to need some sharper scissors, I think. There we go. Just about 1 inch. And then that will be able to be pulled forward and tighten this out. Do the same at the other end, do the other 5. Right, so this is the bit that is a bit time sensitive and can get, maybe it's going to be a bit stressy, I don't know. But here we go. I'm going to glue up around all the edges here, and then do the same on the headliner over there, then bring it in and start to fix it up. So here we go. Bit of cardboard, stop me making too much of a mess. This is a bit tricky on your own, but I'll give it a go. First thing, I'm starting in the centre. Without it trying not to let it stick all on itself, which is a bit difficult. I'm going to get these screws back in. Okay, I'm not going to lie, that first part was really tricky. Everything wants to stick to it, and it was just it's been really hard to get the bars in and screwed up, but I've unpicked everything now and I think I'm okay. This seam here, I've made a little bit more of a relief there on the, just so I could slide it down more. Now what I'm going to do, I found the centre, and I'm going to start in this corner and try and stretch this out and just work my way along. So I know I'm in the centre. I know that's the centre. Let's just see if I can work this through, pulling it here and here. The good thing about the glue is you can unstick it, which I've definitely had to do in a number of different places to get it to just unstick from itself. So it's not a one chance thing, one hit thing. You do have a chance Okay, that's coming out not too bad, is it? It's there we go. There we go. There we go. It's a nice warm day as well, which is helpful because that gives this makes this nice and pliable. Okay, right, we're there. I think I might take a little bit more out of there. I'll take a little bit more out of this edge, then I'm going to go and I'm going to pull the other side and see if I can straighten that up and then move on to the back. Okay, well, it's in. Not too bad, not perfect, bit of a struggle, but it's a bit messy round here. That's the only thing I'm slightly concerned about. But if I offer the trim up here, this is the original, I'll have to recover that. That's going to fit in, I think, kind of like that, around there. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. I think that'll help to pull it in. Doesn't look too bad. I'm going to stick with that. First attempt, you know, it's all right. Okay, I've taken some time to trim the headliner and fold it back and glue that all the way around now. And it's not looking too bad. Quite okay with that now. Now it's looking a lot neater. So my plan was now to work on the trimming strips, these ones, replace that with a, that came with the kit, by the way. So when you buy a headliner, or when I bought my headliner, I got a sheet of the material with it, which is great, and I was going to use that, use these as templates and cut those out. But I think after looking to some pictures of some finished MGAs, I think I need to get the door trim in, which I haven't got at the moment, before I make those up. So I'm going to hold on that for the moment. Main thing I really want to do is get the windscreen in. So I'm going to go and dig it out. It's been in storage up in the shed for about 6 years, so we'll get that out. I've got a rubber surround for it, so I'll dig that out as well, and then we'll attempt to get that in. Yep. Right, there we go. So I found the windscreen itself, and I've cleaned it up, gave it a good clean up around the edge, and I've fitted the rubber. Now it took a long time, quite surprised actually, and I've done it dry because I don't want it to slip off again while I'm trying to put, or we are trying, me and my son are trying to put the whole thing into the car. So that's gone on dry. That was last night I did that. I've left it to keep it nice and solid, and now I've got myself a piece of string, and I've been soaking that in soapy water, and it's very quite slimy now. So the idea is to get the string into the groove, which is this here. If you come in a bit closer, there you go, into that groove. And I'm using a silicone, what do we call it, nozzle. And basically you put the string through, which I probably won't be able to do on camera very quickly. Oh, I bet it doesn't come out. But if I can get that in, or maybe I'll have to do that off camera and show you. I'll do that in a second. But basically you pull that through and then use that to draw in the string. And that's very quickly, happens very quickly. You can put that on. So that's just a little tip there. I'll show you that in a second. So let me get the string in, and then we'll prep up with some soapy water all around the edges. Got to nick that out the kitchen. So we just get that nice and slimy, and then we're off it up and see how we get on. There we go. So fit it in. That bit's going to be to pull on for later, and then just draw as you can see that. There's the string, and I'm literally just drawing it in, and it just leaves it in the gap there. There you go. It's a brilliant idea. I've found someone that showed me to do that on YouTube, so it's brilliant. So we're just going to run that all the way around. Right, hand underneath. Okay. Got it? Yep. Yeah, okay. Just kind of lay it on there, set it on. Set it on the outside.
The outside?
Yeah. Just lay it back. There you go. Right. So this outer, yeah, so this outer one needs to. Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice and gentle. You don't press too hard, Jake. Take your hand off of here. I'm just kind of.
Is it actually?
It's too tight here.
Is
I
it
can't.
beading on though?
Yeah, it is.
On the other side.
Well, it's in. Took us a little while. I think the thing is just patience and you just a little steady progression, just moving it, a little bit of flat hand, keep pretty gentle movements. But I finally got it in, which is great because it's something I want to do for ages. Fed up getting flies in my teeth when I do little test drives. So I'm really quite pleased with that. It's excellent. So I popped into Brown and Gammon the other day and I picked myself up some door trim. I think the standard on here is something called Furflex, which is like a U-channel with a, I don't know, some sort of fluffy extra bit on the side. But to be honest with you, the door jambs are all over the place on an MGA. They're and it's pretty tight around this area. So I think that I've just decided to go for a simple U-channel. I could possibly change it later, but right now that'll work for me. So I'm just going to fit this on all the way around over where I put the headliner in and get that job done. Should be able to just push it in, yeah, and just run it up. It's very gratifying. Every small job I seem to do now on the car makes a huge difference. So it really finishes it off nice. Very pleased. Well, there we go, job done. It turned out all right in the end. I would say lessons learned is just is patience. So just slow and steady, methodical, and you get there. I got there in the end. So yeah, all right. I've got one screw there that needed to be longer, so and I've not got that in stainless, so I've ordered one of those. Apart from that, everything's gone in nicely. I'd re-drilled all of these holes around here because they'd all snapped off, and I'd painted over the original screw holes, and I had no idea where they were. But that helped me to position and align everything. But with the door rubber in there and everything else, I think, and essentially a windscreen, which is a great massive step forward. I'm really pleased. There's one thing I don't quite know what to do with, and that is this here, that area. I've got no I don't think when I got the car there was anything there. So if there's anybody around that knows whether that is just the fabric, I've got plenty left to do that with, or whether it needs to be boarded, or if there's some other method or material that needs to be covered there. If you'd let me know in the comments, I'd be really grateful. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd be grateful if you did, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.